Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter. I know a lot of you guys are really confused by the menus and the options and just in general how to play online in Monster Hunter World. So I want to make a video to walk you through all the different options and explain exactly why that SOS flare on your expedition may not be popping up. Now I imagine for a lot of you guys who just want to play the story alone, when you go to start the game, I know my playtime is way too long. I know a lot of you guys are going to be really jarred by this. It says online session and there's no option for offline. It just says to search for a session or create one. Well, what if you don't want to? You just want to go and play the game alone. Well, actually what you have to do is create an online session. In this game, you're always making online sessions, but you're going to be in a private one, which is just you. So it's pretty much the same thing as playing offline, so to say. So go down to the private session and hit yes, and this will make sure that in your instance of the game, which can hold 16 people, no one is going to come in unless they are a friend, you invite them, or you give them the code. You won't even pop up in searches, so only use private if you know by default that's how you want to play. Of course, after you start the game and you want to play with friends, you can change it. I'll show you guys how to do that. It's not a big deal. I just have mine private by default because I'm never making sessions that I want people to be coming into. So let's say you're playing and you do want to invite some people in and maybe they're not on your friend list. Just go over here to the menu and go down to your player list and you will see your room ID. It looks really, it's a little hard to enter. But that session ID, if you give it to somebody, they can use that to join your room, so to say. And of course, the game links with these online services for Sony or Xbox, so you can just invite a friend from your friend list and boom, jump right into a game session with them. Very easy. Now the game does have a system called squads, which is a group of 50 people that you can join in several groups or create your own. I'm not going to cover it in this video because it's not really that important to what I'm trying to show, which is just the basic flow of how online works. Okay, the most basic thing to understand is that your online session or someone else's online session is essentially just the town of Astera with the online portion called the Gathering Hall. Whether you're in someone's session or they're in yours, they will not see you or any other players if you're not in the Gathering Hub. So if you're online and you want to join other hunters or you want them to join you, make sure that you're in the Gathering Hall. Otherwise they're going to enter and it's like nobody's home. They're not going to know where you're at. Here's what the Gathering Hall looks like. It's very nice. It looks very crowded when you have 16 people and they're actually in the hall. Go over here. There's some tables for drinking and just having fun with your character. Nice gong you can't use. I'm a little sad that we can't ring the gong. There are two quest girls. This girl over here is the squad management girl, so go to here if you want to create a squad. We're not going to do that in this video though. And then we have two quest girls. The one on the left is for the arena quest and the other one is for normal quests. So that's the main one you're going to be going to, is the one in pink. And over here we have a provisions stockpile, so this is where you can buy stuff like potions and stuff so you don't have to go downstairs to do so. Very convenient. And you have your full item box here so you can change your equipment and change your loadouts as well. Actually, having that shortcut here to your room is actually really convenient because in between hunts you can go up to your room service cat and do the Trail Riders minigame, which of course will earn you a lot of extra materials and monster parts using the felines of all the hunters that you've run into or exchanged guild cards with. Okay, so I've given my room ID and I was joined by the Serpent's Tail, which I'll put a link for his Twitch down below. He's a great hunter, great community member on our Discord, and he agreed to help me out to show you guys the online features. Now one of the fun things you can do in an online hall, of course, is the arm wrestling minigame. For this, just mash on the button and see what you can do. You'd be surprised. This is really fun. If you go into a random room with people you don't know and you say let's throw down and do a wrestling match, it really, I see, breaks the ice and it shows that you are a lighthearted person and you're just playing to have fun. And I think people will enjoy hunting with you more. Okay, rematch. Come on, we can't leave it with me losing, right? Yeah. I think he let me win. Anyways, arm wrestling, highly recommend. Now the good thing is because the online session is the entire village, and although you only see each other here in the Gathering Hall, you are able to leave it on the lift if you want to go down to, let's say, the workshop after a quest to craft a weapon, craft some armor or stuff like that. Just remember that other people can't see where you're at or what you're doing, so if you go down into the town to do something, make sure to come back to the Gathering Hall so you continue the social experience. Okay, so Serpent's Tail is going to go ahead and post a quest like you normally would do in Monster Hunter, and then I'm going to join it. But if you notice, he's just left on his quest. So the cool thing about this game is you're no longer tied to just all leaving together. You can join a quest as it's in session, and as long as it's not over 10 minutes in session, you'll still get quest rewards. If it's over that, you won't get quest rewards, but you will be able to carve the monster, and any breaks that you get after you join, you'll be able to get parts for those as well. So there's a lot of, I think, good incentive to help other people out, especially ones that are in your gathering hall. To find out which quests are either posted or in session right now, just go to the quest scroll and let's check out the menu, which I have to say, the wording is really confusing. So we're going to go ahead and open up this menu here, and we're going to pause it so I can go over each one of these. This first option is pretty self-explanatory. Post a new quest. This is something if I want to do a quest and I want to go on something, I can post one. It can be any type of quest. Join a quest is to find one that is in session within my gathering hall right now, or if I want to jump out and help any other hunter that has an SOS flare, I can do that. That third option though is really confusing. It says online session. It makes you kind of think that you're not online, but you are. And this is sort of like the settings screen. I can search for an online session, meaning I'm going to leave my current gathering hall of 16 people and go off to another instance. I can create an online session, which I already have, so it's a little confusing because my current online session is what my friend has joined. I'm in an online session, so I'm not really creating one. It's more like create a new one. So if I want to get like a new hall ID and I just want to start all over, or I can go down to settings here and turn off private session. That will allow my hall and my quest to be searchable. For now, we know that we want to join a quest. We're going to look at the join a quest list and see which quests are now in session. Go ahead and select that. And then we got available quests. These are quests that someone has posted or is on. Again, your hall can have up to 16 players, so there may be multiple choices here depending on who you're hunting with or what people are doing. We see here a special arena quest in progress. We can see it says started on the bottom left 1 minute ago. You can join any quest even if it's in progress, so I'm going to go ahead and select that and go into the quest. So if you just want to get together with teammates and do quests together, this is really all you need to know. Well, that was very nice. He was waiting for me back at camp in Prancing, which of course is a free download you can get on the store right now. It's a classic gesture in the world of Monster Hunter, and I definitely suggest that you get it. Maybe even map it to your radial dial so after you kill a monster you can start prancing and let everybody know, hey, we had a good time and we did a good job. Okay, and this is what it looks like from my perspective. If I go and I post a new quest and I want other people to join me, all I have to go is go in here, I can choose a quest. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here and post any quest that I want to do. This can be a story quest, but if it is, I have to wait until I'm beyond the cutscene and fire an SOS flare before someone can come in to join me. Which we'll cover, but for the meantime, if you do an optional investigation, you just post a quest like this normal. You can set a passcode, so if you're in a room with more than 4 people, like up to 16, and you want to make sure that only specific players get in, that you're hunting or talking with, you can set a passcode so that only those players can join this quest. Again, lots of options here to keep random people out, but also they're wide open in case you just want to have a free-for-all. So I'm going to do this traditional. I'm just going to hit here and wait for a departure, and we're going to go off together. I could just start it right now, and like you just saw before, he can go to the quest counter, see the quest in progress, and just jump right in. Okay, so we're all in a quest, and we're going to beat the quest right now. Boom! You get 2 options up above. It says to return to camp with the current party. This is if you want to go on an expedition with the same group, or if you guys want to go on and say, hey, let's do another quest. You guys don't all have to go back to the gathering hub and post it and do all that. You can do it all from the camp, so it keeps it very private. Or you can disband the party and return to base. I don't like that wording. Basically, this just means go back to the gathering hall. You're not going offline. You're not leaving the online session. You're just not going on an expedition. They should have just said return to gathering hall. So we're going to go ahead and hit the return to camp with current party so I could show you this is one way that you can get into expeditions with friends. So after you're done hunting something, you can be like, oh man, I just need one more ore. Can we do some exploration together? Or, hey, I just need to grind out a Baroth. Do you mind waiting while I do that? You can just stick on an expedition. They can go off on a quest. You guys can meet back up and do stuff like that. But going on expeditions with friends is actually a lot easier than having to clear some arbitrary quest and then remain together back at camp. I'm just going to go off here on an expedition and I'm going to use the SOS flare. Now the SOS flare is great if you're in the middle of a story quest or a really tough quest and you want some help. You can fire it off and random people can come in to help you. Now if you want to join the SOS expedition, just go down to join a quest, and instead of looking at the quests that are currently posted, which there may or may not be any, go down to respond to SOS, and this will open it up so it's not just your hall, but the entire global community base. So you better know what you're looking for when you're looking at SOS. I'm going to go down here, we're going to filter this down to quest type to expedition, so I know that's what he's doing. Then we're going to get our list up here under expeditions and look for Anise. There we go. Now if you are hunting online with somebody, it's not only good manners, but also great benefit to you to send and exchange guild cards with somebody. Guild card is kind of like your business card. It's got information about your hunter, how many hunts you've done, and stuff like that. If you exchange a guild card with somebody and you go and hunt with them, you'll get points for Unity, which will unlock some cool new items that you can get. And it's also cool because when you're out on an expedition, you can run into the palico of hunters that you've exchanged guild cards with and actually get their cats to help you out. And that's pretty much it. So just make sure, again, stick out in the gathering hall if you're playing with other players because they won't be able to see you otherwise, and just have a really good time. You might want to map some of the greetings to your radio dial to make it a lot easier to say hi to people or to throw up a thumbs up if you guys did something cool. As a final note, I've already completed all the story quests, at least the ones that are available, so I wasn't able to show it, but if you're doing a story quest, there's a long cutscene and there's storytelling in the actual quest, meaning that you're not able to call in other hunters any other way except for SOS. That's actually not a big problem. Just tell your friends, hey, I'm going to go off and do I got a story quest I need some help with. Let me throw up an SOS after the cutscene, guys. Go in there, see your cutscene, throw the SOS. They'll come in to join you. It's not that complicated. And honestly, I think that's a much better choice than for them to say, okay, you know what? We're not going to do cinematic storytelling because we just want people to join the quest from the very start. I'm actually not upset with the way that they handled it. I think it's fine. If you just want to hunt a monster, just go online, look for a session with the target monster labeled to that, and you'll be able to find a group of up to 16 people who are hunting the same monster. So maybe you can join a bunch of quests together and make some new friends. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy online. If you are on Xbox, I know they left an official statement as of the publishing of this video today that a lot of the online services are down, so just remain patient if it's not working right, and I'm sure they'll get it up in no time. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below if there's something that I missed or something you want to share with other people. And until next time, happy hunting.